Rejuvenate, restore, refresh, and heal. At Fantuzo Acupuncture, we seek to help achieve effective health and wellness in an elegant spa-like atmosphere. Fantuzo Acupuncture specializes in traditional acupuncture, cosmetic anti-aging acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, CBD topical creams, and more. Approach healthcare holistically. Visit FantuzoAcupuncture.com to book online today. FantuzoAcupuncture.com.
From attic to basement, we're here for you. It's quality service in all we do. Call Taylor. 500 help.
That's it. Taylor, 500 help. There you go, two guys. Spring and summer season is upon us. Call Taylor for a brand new Plumbing Safety Essentials Plus plan. Save $100 on a Bradford White water heater. Get free diagnostic fees. No overtime charges on emergency repairs with an additional 15% discount. Taylor Heating and Plumbing. Tom, since 1947. They're older than you are. I don't know how that's possible, but it's true. Duct cleaning, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, home energy. They do it all. Call Taylor 500 Help and Precision Lawn and Garden for everything you need for the spring and summer season for your lawn. 195 North Avenue in Webster. Open weekdays 8 to 5, Saturday 9 to noon. Precision Lawn and Garden has been providing Rochester, surrounding areas, professional sales, service, and parts since 1969. You know, Kimberly and Justin are up there in Webster, and they are ready to help you out with those big daddy of those lawnmowers, those zero-turn lawnmowers. Love them. They have new models on Still products, Cub Cadet, Ferris, and Toro. Precision Lawn and Garden. They support Kimberly's Revolution. Please support our advertisers, Precision Lawn and Garden. And if you're looking for steady work and good pay, Express Sealers wants you. They also want to do your driveways, but they also want you to come work for them. Brand new sponsor of Kimberly's Revolution, Express Sealers. Nothing makes your curb appeal look nicer than a freshly sealed driveway. It looks amazing. Express Sealers. If you need a job, 645-2010. If you need your driveway sealed, 645-2010. Express Sealers, 645-2010.
Live from the brand new We the People broadcast studio in cloudy New York, here's Kimberly.
You did that so well. Yeah, it's the Daily Show. Kimberly's Revolution.
We're
How
here.
are you? We're here. We have a new guy in the studio. His name is Austin. He is being trained by Fitz. Of course, Kimberly's Revolution brought to you by Rockvox Recording. Rockvox Recording in Bushnell's Basin. If you are looking to do a podcast, Fitz will get everything set up for you. You come in, you sit down in front of the microphone, and Fitz does it. Rockvox Recordings in Bushnell's Basin. And they're online. What is it? Rockvox.com?
Bingo.
Ha 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 ha. It's so easy. Even lamos like you and I, Tom.
Not me. I got no chance.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Not Woke Enough is the name of today's show. So yeah, hi guys. I mean, here we are. It's Monday. It's not Wednesday. You're probably thinking, what in the hell is going on? We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. And the Facebook is what? The We the People podcast and Kimberly's Revolution is where we're live?
That's it.
That's correct.
Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
And we have Austin here. Austin, say hi.
Hello.
See, he's going to be running the big show.
Well, Austin's a movie star, so
I know he
Frank
is.
the Tank from the highly acclaimed Bottom Feeders film.
Bottom Feeders. That's right. If you get a chance, check out Bottom Feeders. You can watch it. Happy Monday. Elaine says, finally get to have my afternoon coffee with us at 2.
nice.
We love that you're doing your afternoon coffee with us at 2:00. We appreciate that. Ruth says, happy to hear both of you, and makes sense that everything's going on in this world that we're on every day. There's a lot of stuff. So I'm going to start today's show by just saying my hair looks a little funky. I don't know why. I don't know if my face is ready for every day. Probably not. You know what I mean? It's
I have no answer for that.
Yeah. Oh, I got a new T-shirt
There's no
on.
politically
It says,
correct way to
"Eat,
spin that one.
Sleep, podcast,
Repeat.
repeat."
All right.
Yeah. What is that noise?
After you sleep, do you get woke?
I after I sleep, I do get woke. No, I'll never be woke enough for the woke crowd. And we're going to break down why. There's a couple of reasons why we're going to. One, apparently yesterday, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the hot mamas out there. You know who you are.
Absolutely.
Every
Thank you.
single one of the hot mamas that are watching. Happy Mother's Day to you. Apparently, we're not woke enough to say Happy Birthing Person's Day.
Yeah, I don't even know.
And
what
if
the
you
hell
think
that
that's
is.
a made up thing, it's not a made up thing. There is some idiot left wing, Goomba somewhere out in the Midwest that actually made that a thing. Just when you think that people can't get more stupid, they surprise you by saying that we should call it Happy Birthing Person's Day. I'm not kidding.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm hearing static. Is
I'm
that
way too old
Yeah.
for that.
Happy Mother's Day? Happy Mother's Day to you too, Beth. Yeah, I mean here.
Don't be stupid.
Oh, it's not playing, or if it's playing, I can't hear it.
Stupid.
Ah,
There we go.
Don't be stupid.
there it is. Don't be stupid. So yeah, we're gonna break down that, and the local paper here in town did an article on how Black police officers felt during the riots and during Derek Chauvin's trial and
Okay.
everything that's been going on for the last year. They did an interview with a couple of Black police officers that are within the RPD. But apparently we'll never be woke enough to understand, but I am woke enough to realize that there's audio and video out there of Black police officers being abused by Black protesters. And I ask you, what is going on with that? I mean, that's to me, that's kind of a weird thing.
Well, let me think about this for a second. I am sitting in Chad's chair.
Yeah, you are. You're sitting
Let
right
me
across
see if
from
I
me.
could get. Damn it! I'm
No,
still
you really
stupid.
can't. I know, right?
I can't think of anything.
Well, we're not woke, and apparently we're not woke enough to participate in rock wall climbing at Cornell. We're not woke enough to do that because we're the wrong color. How these colleges can get away with discriminating about who can be in an organization or in a class, I don't get it. And yeah, the pipeline shut down and Bill Gates. We got a lot of stuff to talk about on
All right,
our
I'm
first
excited.
Monday of Kimberly's Revolution, brought to you by Rockfox Recording. Oh, okay. So just a couple of things. I don't get a chance to read very often, but
Oh,
but
not Thomas Paine, is it?
no, that's
Thank
Chad.
God.
No, I don't. But watching the iPad at night, I think, is hampering my sleep, which I told you before we came on this. Oh, we're going to talk about Dogecoin.
Yes.
Dogecoin, which
Yeah.
I didn't even know about until this weekend when my husband decided to take a couple of thousand
Bad
and
idea.
put it in Dogecoin. So we'll talk about that.
Elon Musk screwed us.
Right. What did he say? It's a hustle.
Yeah, he called it a hustle.
Isn't everything a hustle though?
Yeah.
Life is a hustle, isn't it?
It's called a pump and dump.
I did that a lot in college.
Right. It's a pump and dump.
All right, but I digress. So this book, I don't read very often, but I'm trying not to watch my iPad at night. And it's easy to read. And I love James Patterson.
Okay.
Back in the day, in my radio life, which I don't do anymore, we had this guy on, and he's very personable, and he's a great writer. He sells he's not one of those, cerebral writers, but he's a good writer.
So
and
he's
his
my
stories,
kind of guy.
yeah, a lot of his books have been made into the movies.
All right.
So
Maybe we can make a movie out of his book, Fitz.
it's good.
Sure,
good.
that shouldn't be that expensive.
Try to get the rights to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I don't know if you're a reader, but I find
No.
that when I'm watching my iPad at night, the light activates my brain and stimulates it, which I know.
That's what activates your brain is the light.
Shocking.
Go to the light, Kimberly.
Shocking. But no, I find that reading helps me get to sleep better than watching my iPad all the time. So
Okay.
that, and if you are watching or streaming stuff and okay, so this is starting to piss me off. I have found that I have Apple, right? Or whatever it is that I watch that's on my phone. What is it? It's Apple. It's
Apple
Prime.
Podcast.
Yeah, it's like Prime. Is it? Oh, I have Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
that's
not
what I have.
Apple.
I know. I have Amazon Prime. I have
Yes.
Hulu.
Hulu.
I have
Netflix.
I have Prime TV.
Netflix.
I have Netflix. But you know what they're doing now? Okay, so you'll watch one episode And guess what happens? If you want to watch the next episode,
You
they're
gotta
going to
pay
charge
for
you
it.
$2.99 an episode.
Great.
That pisses me off.
So
I'm
let's
already
see.
paying, but I'm already
This
paying
is
for
the
the service.
first episode, so the next episode's going to be $2.99. All right.
Is that the way it goes?
Somebody might get paid out of
I
this.
mean, again, I have HBO Max. I'm trying to find everything that I have. I have HBO Max.
Disney Plus.
I don't have Disney Plus, but I do have Netflix, and I do have the Amazon Prime.
Okay.
But it ticks me, and I do have Apple TV. But it makes me mad when I'm paying for the service, and then I'm paying for the service again.
You got to get the VIP service.
I don't want to pay for the VIP service.
Well, that's why you don't get it then.
How
you got to
can-
wait 6 more months and then it'll be free.
Someone's saying, "How can we stand with Chad if Chad's not there?" That's Wednesday, right?
Chad's below us. No, he's beneath us. Well, literally, he's beneath us.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the building.
So I'm streaming. I don't know. How are you with subtitles? Can you watch a movie with subtitles in it?
Actually,
Can you pay attention
did
enough
that.
to pay
I've done that,
attention
yes.
to watch it?
yes.
Okay, this is me. I have attention deficit when it comes to how to pay attention to what's on the screen and how to pay attention to the subtitles. But I stumbled on this show called Beforeigners.
Okay.
Be Foreigners.
Be foreigners.
Beforeigners, right.
Are they woke?
And it's
Not so much.
well, kind of. And what's going on in the show, it's a Norwegian show. Have you guys heard of it? Beforeigners? It's okay.
Norwegian?
Yeah, because
So this takes place on a cruise ship then?
no, not Norwegian cruise line.
Oh, no.
In the fjords.
That's the only
In the-
Norwegian I know.
Yeah, so it takes place in Norway, and it does kind of tie into what's going on today with the migrant crisis at the southern border. But what happens is these people from all different ages, the Middle Ages, the 17th century, the 16th century, all find themselves through some kind of time gap that comes through the water. That these people are finding themselves in the 21st century. It's sci-fi crime drama, but it is very interesting. The
All right.
characters are very interesting. It's called Beforeigners. If you can't do subtitles, then you can't watch this because it's all a language you won't understand. But I love it. It's very well written. And if you have HBO, you can see it on there. Hey, Kimberly, I agree. It pisses me off to pay for movies and show when I already have to pay for whatever service you have. So watch Beforeigners. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Or not if you can't pay attention to the subtitle. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? All right. So you know that we do real estate.
We do.
And I found I'm having a hard time with a lot of my clients because I have a lot of buyers. Right now, it's really good. As you have noticed in the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about how it's a seller's market. It's a seller's market to the nth degree.
Right.
And there's a little video that I found that every time I watch it, I laugh so hard. And it really encapsulates the entire real estate market right now. If you have a house to sell, you are in the catbird seat, right?
Sure.
If you're trying to buy a house, you're up the creek without a paddle.
Mhm.
It's hard to get a house right now, right?
Well, I have a listing right now if you want to buy that.
You have a listing?
Yeah.
Where's your listing?
In Rondequoit.
What?
It's 100 Ivy Ridge.
Oh, yes. I saw that.
It's a little
Lynn's.
pricey.
Yeah, it is a little
Yes.
pricey.
Yes.
It needs some updating.
I think it's perfect exactly the way it is.
I think it's perfect
No
too.
updating needed.
So it's a good house. It's a good house.
It's a very nice.
Is there
quality
already?
house.
Are there? When's the offers? When are the offers?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Nice. All right. Very
So
good.
Get your offers in.
So I found this video that some guy did, and I'll play it for you now because I think it is hilarious.
Yes.
We have it. I think we have it.
Oh yeah.
The video with the real estate. Yeah.
Yeah, I made a button for you.
Okay.
Excuse me, is that Apple for sale? Yeah, we're about to put it on sale right now, actually. Well, I'm in the market, so tell me about your Apple. Why should I buy it? Nice try. Okay, people, here's how this is going to work. I have an Apple here. The highest bidder's going home with this. I want all bids in the next 2 minutes, then we're closing it. Bidding starts at $5. Feeling pretty confident there, huh? I mean, don't you think? $10. He said starting at $5. 15. Is this a new Apple? Yeah, just listed. I'm pre-qualified. I'll pay cash. I got cash. 20, 30, 40. No, just make it 45. Is it even worth that? 50. I don't know. Please, this is the 8th Apple I've tried to buy. Could I at least see it up close? Nope, it's an Apple. You know what it is. You either want it or you don't. I'll take it for 100. What? I'm from California. It's the cheapest Apple I've ever seen. 120. Why did I do that? Why? I don't.
I don't know why I did that. Why did I bid so much? Why did I bid 70,000 over the asking? Why? I find that hilarious because it is the real estate market here in the Rochester, Buffalo area, without a doubt.
Yes.
I mean, that just says it all. Got an apple? You don't need to see the apple. You know what it is. It's an apple. Make an offer. Oh, I'm sorry. Now we're up to like 40 grand over what the apple's worth. That's what it is. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it's going to be that way until these eviction issues change. Until we start seeing inflation. I think this is going to be the way it is for the next 6 months or so. I
think it's not going to change.
I think it will.
I don't think. I think we're looking at.
It always changes.
Does it change?
Always.
Well, you got to know you've been in real estate for a long time, right?
Pump and dump, Kimberly.
Pump and dump. Okay. My husband.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. Why didn't he call me first?
My husband decided this was going to be the weekend that we got into the whole Bitcoin thing.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of Dogecoin until
I've said it on the show like 6 times.
You have? Have you?
And
Fitzy, he has not said it how many times? What? You're crazy.
Fitz got in at like 30 cents.
Yeah.
Fitz got in at like 30 cents.
We got in at 53 or 51.
Okay. I'm in at 5 cents.
You're in at okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So Dogecoin, I didn't even know what it was.
Thanks to my son-in-law. Thanks, Donovan.
Until
Appreciate it.
My husband says, "Oh yeah, that guy. Don't be shocked when a couple of grand comes out of the account." And I'm like, "We don't have a couple of grand. What are you doing?
We're getting paid big money for this show right now, aren't we?"
And then no. No. And then he freaks out because what happens when Elon Musk goes on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah. Well, everybody knew
God.
it was coming. Doesn't he watch Twitter?
My husband's not even on Twitter. And I'd never even heard of Dogecoin. Are you both of you guys? Fitzy, you're in Dogecoin. Austin, are you in Doge?
No Dogecoin for me or Bitcoins. I prefer the real kind, like the pennies and nickels.
Right, the nickels. Yeah,
nickels,
right,
Austin.
Exactly.
That's all I make.
I'd never even heard of it. Were you the guy that kind of lit him up on what it is? Or
I don't know.
Did you have a conversation with him that I don't know about?
No.
All money comes through me. You can't have a conversation with my husband about money.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Somehow this is my fault now.
So, yeah, but I didn't even know what it was about.
50 cents is not bad. If you're in at 50 cents, that's okay.
So it went.
You're going to have to wait a couple of years.
So it went.
That's fine.
Obviously it dipped.
Yes.
But now it seems like that it's kind of recovered a little bit.
Yes.
Because whatever Elon Musk says is.
Yeah, he's gonna put one on the moon.
A Dogecoin?
Yeah.
Dogecoin?
It's all going to be paid for, right?
Apparently, they're going to pay for you can buy a seat on the trip in Dogecoin if you
really
want. Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it. I've never been down with the whole Bitcoin thing. I always thought it was kind of like I don't know, a fad or whatever.
I thought he was very good on Saturday Night Live. I just think Saturday Night Live is stupid.
I can't tell you
Yeah.
the last time I watched Saturday Night Live.
I mean, I'm old. I mean, Austin, when's the last time you saw Saturday Night Live?
I think Chevy Chase was still on.
Come on. No, that is not true.
So you're watching the replays?
Reruns.
Right.
Because I watched them live when Chevy Chase was on.
Yeah. Oof. That really dates us, right?
Yeah.
And who are the people that wore the hats with the
Coneheads?
The
Yeah, the
Coneheads,
Coneheads,
yes.
yeah.
Dan
They're from
Aykroyd
France.
and what's her?
Yeah.
Lorraine Newman?
Mhm.
Yeah,
They were
Lorraine
all
Newman,
funny
yeah.
back in the day. All right. So
All right, is that it? We're all done?
yeah. No.
No?
So not woke enough.
Yeah.
Not
Not woke
enough.
at all in my terms.
No.
Just do whatever the hell you want. Is that woke?
It was
'Cause that's my philosophy.
It was Mother's Day yesterday. Tell me how stupid. And I feel bad that I'm from Missouri. I'm from the state of
You
Missouri.
feel bad because of that?
I feel bad because that's where this congressman is from, Democrat Missouri,
Okay.
and says that it's a congressperson says we need to emphasize birthing people. In fact, says, quote, every day Black birthing people and our babies die because doctors don't believe our pain. And then says, when we talk about birthing people, we're being inclusive. It's that simple. Okay. Instead of saying Happy Mother's Day yesterday, this congressman from Missouri suggested we say Happy Birthing People's Day.
Sure, the greeting card
Yeah,
people love that idea.
I don't
Yeah.
even.
I don't
what
even
does
know.
that
I don't even
mean?
know what to say with that.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
Have you met
Don't
my
be stupid.
birthing person?
I
Caroline. Her name is Caroline. She's my birthing person.
I'm a birthing person, and my name is Kimberly, and you can say Happy Mother's Day to me. But they say that since being woke includes being gender neutral, we need to be gender neutral when it comes to mothers.
Okay.
Well, you know, that makes me think of you ever see the movie Alien when the alien pops out of the guy's chest?
Right.
At that
Yeah.
point, he's a birthing person.
He is
birthed
yes,
the alien.
yes, he does.
You know?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes,
They just want to
exactly.
include him.
And I'm like, how do people come up with this stupid shit? How is
I
that?
don't
How
know.
did that even come into someone's head that we should just say Happy Birthing People's Day? How did someone from my home state not get beat for even suggesting that should be a thing? You know what I mean? I figured that coming out of Missouri, we at least have some kind of common sense, but apparently we do not. Because now if you're woke, it's Happy Birthing Day.
Right. Well, I have a lot of stupid ideas, but that one wouldn't be one of them.
And they say that we should start using those kind of terms on the House floor and in other areas in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Is that the most ridiculous thing
Oh, it
you've ever
is.
heard?
Yeah, 100%.
It is 100% ridiculous.
Yeah.
So-
If you want any more from me, you're gonna have to call Chad up here because I got nothing.
What did you get, Lori, for Mother's Day?
Just flowers.
You got her flowers?
Yeah.
Wow. That took a lot of thought and creativity,
Yeah.
Tom.
That's
Tom,
not- that's
I
not
will
me.
tell you, you really went out on a limb on that.
Oh.
one.
Is she going to get you anything for Sperm Donors Day?
Oh, and I
Yes, happy sperm. We're woke here on this show.
Oh, and
Thank
I
you,
signed
Fitz.
up. I signed her car up for a car wash membership at what's the new one? The one's the Daniele family.
Daniele's. Yeah, the King, or isn't it called the? What's it called?
I don't know.
I don't know. They're
Car
all
wash place.
the car wash place.
So I signed her up for that in a membership.
Wow,
That's real romantic.
you are.
Real romantic.
She
Yeah, it's
birthed your children.
30 something years. She's not my mother. What the hell?
Did you
isn't that
get
what we're
your
supposed to
mother?
say?
Should be grateful that she birthed your
I
children.
actually
at
got
all.
my mother nothing. We went and visited her. She always says, this is the way it works. She always says, "Oh, I'm just happy you're here."
Royal car wash. I knew it
Royal
had something
car
to do
wash.
with the King. Thank you.
She always
Thank
says,
you, Joanne.
she always says, "Well, I'm just happy you're here. You don't have to get me anything." So I showed up this time with nothing. And she goes, "Well, where the hell's everything?"
Oh,
But luckily
no.
my wife, she goes, "You can't show up with nothing." So I said, "Why
Right.
not?" She says, "Always show up with nothing."
All you,
So she had to run in at the Rite Aid at the last minute because we brought her Shaler's. Shaler's is her place.
okay.
So we went to Shaler's.
Well, that's good.
And she got her cheeseburger with mustard on the side and no bun. I don't even know what that is. So
Weird.
you put the bun has to be
Weird.
separate, and then she grills the bun at home.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
All
That
right.
is, you know what? That's
That's
She must be a foodie.
no, I don't know. So Lori she goes, "Well, we got it." So we went into Rite Aid and she bought her some flowers
So
and a card.
I bought my mom lottery tickets because I knew that's what.
Did she win?
She didn't win it. So here's what my mother says because it's so Lois. So I got her flowers. Chloe got her roses, and I got her scratch off tickets, $100 worth. And she didn't even win $5. And so Lois says, because this is so my mother, you might as well have burned your money. I didn't win a thing. Like it's my fault that I
Right.
got her lottery tickets that weren't winners.
Yeah, that's my saying is you might as well
always-
just flush it down the toilet.
It's always something, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to tell my kids that. Here, I'm going to take a 20 and I'm going to flush it down the toilet. There you go.
But I got a Merbeau gift card to go with the Merbeau gift card that I got for
what?
Christmas.
Who?
Merbeau.
What's a Merbeau?
Have you never
Is that
been
a
down to
bottle of
Skinny
wine?
Atlas?
No.
You don't know about the spa
Is-
Skinny
Is
Atlas?
that woke down there?
It's very woke.
I never heard of it.
All right. So, the woke Democrat and Chronicle, they are so woke that generally they stand behind the criminals instead of doing a legit story on what's going on in the city of Rochester, Monroe County, surrounding areas. A lot of times the media is, completely lopsided. So they did a story about Black police officers within the RPD and how they felt when they were, front and center with the rioters. And one of these guys, well, first off, they talked to two police officers. One is a current police officer and one is retired and hasn't even been in that line of work for a couple of years. So his perspective has got to be completely different than current officers, wouldn't you think? I mean, if you're not participating and on the job when the riots were going on, you don't have a perspective of what it's really like.
Well, I
right?
would think at just in any point in time, an older guy that's, been around, he's probably going to have a different perspective than a younger guy.
Yeah. They talked to a guy named Marvin Steverson, and he's been retired for a couple of years. And then they talked to this guy named Moses Robinson, who is one of the Black cops that has been on the front lines of some of the riots, including the crazy one over at East Avenue, where he was dispatched to go down there and try to disperse all the people that were at the Wegmans on East Avenue, where they had to shut down the grocery store, right, and get everyone out of the store.
Well, I would be more interested in the older guy's opinion because he knows what true racism is because he lived it back in the 60s and 70s.
But he's not. Someone says they love Moses. Yeah, Moses Robinson, and he says it was in, on March 23rd of this year, that as protesters were on East Avenue and Wegmans, he was sent to the scene to engage. And he said, when we got there, protesters were cussing and hollering at me and calling me an Uncle Tom. But I know that they were calling him more horrendous names than just Uncle Tom. And I know this because I've heard the audio and I have seen the video from prior riots that happened within the city of Rochester. And my thought is, if you're going to write a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 page article, or however many paragraphs or however many words that your editor told you to write, why don't you really write about all of the injustice that the Black police officers have to endure when they're on the front line of these crazy riots, and what other Black people say to Black people who are holding down those jobs as police officers? I just want to show you a little video. We've talked about this video before about these protesters aren't about, what they're chanting, no justice, no peace, no justice. What's going on behind the scene is what you want to pay attention to, because the no justice, no peace looks good for everyone, right? The media, it looks good. They're shouting, they're singing Kumbaya, no justice, no peace. It's all great. And so basically what I want to show you is just a 25-second clip of like an hour and 40-minute video clip. We don't have the time in a day.
Well, it all comes down to a lack of respect, right?
It all comes down to a lack of respect. So Fitzy and Austin.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh my! Oh shit! Oh Lord! Oh my God, brother! Brother! My brother! I'm gonna let him speak. My brother! He's not our brother. He's a coon. Leave him where he's at. We have to talk to him. They talking down here. Take a step back.
Yeah. So that's how they treated a Black officer standing on the line.
He's a what? What did she say?
He's a C word.
Oh.
And they also called him the N word.
Yeah.
And they were also right up in his face, I mean, you could see the video there, right?
So it wasn't him being Black. It was him in his uniform.
He was a Black man in a police uniform.
Right. It was the uniform that triggers them.
They're not just saying, hey, you're an Uncle Tom and being done with it. What you're not seeing in the regular media is the names that these officers, specifically Black officers who go to work every single day, what they're being called by other Black people.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? I mean, is that the most ridiculous thing? And that's why I say, apparently we're not woke enough to understand what that means in the Black community. I mean, we're not Black, so we don't get it, right?
Sure.
I don't think we've ever said that, I know, Joy, that makes me very sad. Play that again if you can.
Your father. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God, brother. Brother. My brother. I'm gonna let him speak. My brother. He's not our brother. He's a coon. Leave him where he's at. We have to talk to him.
So it's so awful. And that poor police officer of color had to stand there and take that verbal, berating and people spitting on him.
Well,
and
what did
poking at they wanted him to walk off the job. They wanted him to quit.
Right.
In fact, later on in the video, they say, just put everything down and walk away with this. And if you don't put everything down and walk away with this, then you're all those names that you just got called. Because that's what being woke is. Making someone feel bad about making a living for their family. And being an officer, whether it's RPD or Gates or Monroe County Sheriff or the New York State, troopers or Grease or whatever, that's a pretty damn good living for some of these people, right?
It's not easy to get that job.
It's not easy to get the job. They have to go to school. They have to pass, a number of tests, physical fitness. They have to pass a psychological exam. They have to get, I don't know how many people writing in to defend their character, right? You have to have, people who will vouch for you. It's not easy getting those jobs that pay a really good amount of money. But these people who don't have jobs and would rather go around making people of color feel bad for actually having a good paying job, want him just to lay down everything and leave.
Yeah, what's happening from what I could tell is all the good beat cops that have been around for years, the ones that actually do their job, they're on their way out.
They're going.
Yeah, they're taking retirement. So
then what happens?
We're just shrinking the police force. They're not going to pay more for. So
you know what happened in New York City in Times Square this weekend?
No, what happened?
Shots were fired and a 4-year-old was shot.
Oh, so it wasn't the ball dropping?
But you know what de Blasio said? He said, well, we've got to get some more cops in Times Square. Wait, didn't you just say several months ago we were going to defund the police in New York? But now tourists are getting shot in Times Square. I was at Times Square last year. Chloe's lacrosse team went to Long Island for, they played one of the tournaments. They had like 3 or 4 games towards the end of the season, right?
We went there for
was it last year or the year before? No, it wasn't last year because last year's season was cut short because of freaking COVID, but it was the season before. And we were in Times Square, so it would have been 2019. There were cops everywhere. You didn't see tourists getting shot because they actually had cops everywhere. This guy was shooting, a massive amount of rounds meant to shoot and kill his brother in Times Square, and he missed, and he shot a 4-year-old and a couple of other bystanders. But let's defund the cops. So I thought this article was interesting. In the Democrat and Chronicle, Black police officers in Rochester open up about wearing the badge, but it doesn't talk about some of the most vile things that are said to police officers, specifically police officers of color that are on the beat. And it's a shame because you're only getting half of the story, guys. You're only getting half of the stories that the media wants you to hear. Oh, they're calling him an Uncle Tom. Well, that's not so bad, is it?
Well, I'm an Uncle Tom.
You are an Uncle Tom.
Is that so bad?
You are an Uncle Tom. But you know what? This Moses Robinson, who again is one of, I think, 76 police officers of color on the RPD force out of 689. He says, After the Wegmans protest, where he was called an Uncle Tom, which is an insult for any black person, but I would think so would be the N word and the C word that you just heard other black people calling that black officer in that video.
Mhm.
He had to take 2 days off because he just, mind-wise, mentally, he wasn't in the right place because he's thinking, how could my very own people berate me and make me feel this way about protecting the citizens of Rochester and holding down a good job that supports my family. And they're making me feel like I'm doing something wrong, where he's always had the calling to be an officer. He had to take 2 days off just to kind of regroup. That's sad,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's
Hopefully he's getting help if he needs it.
who knows? I
He
just
can
thought
come here if he wants to come here and do a show.
he's welcome
He's
to come on
welcome
this.
to come here.
He's welcome
Tell us
to.
what he thinks.
I'm sure that the city will not allow their
probably not.
officers to come on this podcast, Kimberly's Revolution.
Well, we could make one of those. We can put the blackout on the face and change his
Good.
voice.
Because we tell the truth. Joanne says, God bless our people in blue. Yeah, Barbara said, I've said this before. It's like when Vietnam, the soldiers came back from Vietnam and they were spit on.
Well, Matt
Same-
Fritz has his Back the Blue rally coming up, right? Next week or something.
This weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. So
So-
look at Matt Fritz's Facebook page.
So are we standing with Chad on Wednesday after the show?
Hell
Is
no.
that- I don't-
The heck?
So
Go golf it or something.
I'm
Really?
I'm in Wegmans on Saturday. It was crazy.
You're at East Avenue Wegmans, the center of the crazies of the world.
Freaking crazy Wegmans. Your
Wegmans, Ladder Road.
Ladder Road.
All right.
So because I'm a glutton for punishment. So I'm a glutton for punishment. I go to Wegmans on Saturday morning, the day before Mother's Day. And I'm not wearing a mask, right?
Okay.
So people are looking at me, although I do see several other people not wearing a mask. So I'm thinking they're coming around. People are coming around to our way of thinking. We're not. Are you still wearing a mask?
Yeah, I'm still wearing. I don't want to get
You're
beat
such
up.
a pussy. You are
I
the
am.
biggest pussy. I
am.
know you are. So I'm not wearing.
You know
a
what
mask.
I do now in restaurants? I want to know if this is cool to do this. I just hold my breath. How long does it take to get from the door to where you're sitting in a restaurant?
I have no
You
idea.
can hold your breath for a good minute.
I have
minute
no
and a
idea.
half, right?
So I'm in Wegmans and I'm not wearing a mask, and people are looking at me. So there's this 4-year-old girl,
Right?
maybe 4 or 5. Daddy,
She's not wearing a mask.
Daddy, she's not wearing a mask. You better say something to her. And I'm like, kid.
Well,
Seriously,
look at-
snitches get stitches, kid.
look at her perspective, though. That's what we're
That's
training.
all she's known.
Right. We're training these kids.
I mean-
when they're 30, they're not going to know what it is like to not be in a mask.
Think of this. The kid was 3 years old.
How
when
is this
whole
dating
thing-
going to work? Mask dating.
I don't know. But again, I mean, they've indoctrinated our kids into thinking that everybody should be wearing a mask.
Right.
And if they're not, you tell on them.
Sure.
And so we've conditioned our 3 and 4-year-old children, because really you think about how much a kid remembers and what they see on a regular basis. And from 3 or 4 years old, that's really all they've known for a year. And a year to a 3 or 4-year-old is like an eon, right? It's forever.
So what are you going to do? Walk around Wegmans with little Hershey Kisses in your pockets? So when the little kids look at you funny, you just kind of hand them
Listen, kid.
here's some candy, kid.
Yeah, I just think tattletales, for one. Snitches get stitches. That's what I wanted to say to her. But I just looked at her and smiled. I looked at her dad. He's not smiling at me.
No.
He's very put out that his little girl has to see someone who is not masked. How dare I?
Sure.
And so he just said, don't say anything. Don't say
Well.
whatever her name was. Don't say anything.
It's a teaching moment with kids. You take them out in the car and you beat. No, you don't beat them. You take them out in the car and then
It's ridiculous.
you teach them, a life
That's
lesson.
what
there
I'm minding my
as
own
to what,
business.
as
And
to
I'm
what
thinking,
people's rights are.
I'm thinking to myself, is this where we are with kids? Because that's all they
Yes.
know. So, hey, mommy, hey, daddy, that lady isn't wearing a mask. She's in trouble. That's what we have to look forward to.
What do they say is
Unless
like
we
the
end it now.
earliest, the earliest recollection you have as a person is like 4, right? When you're older.
I can remember things from when I ran away at 3. So that's really what I remember. I remember certain things.
Did they come try to find you?
Oh yeah, I got a beating with a switch. Yeah, I got in trouble.
So, 3, 4 years old, that's your first recollection of life. As you're a little older, you don't remember much of stuff before that.
You really don't.
So these kids that are now
things.
like 5, because they've been wearing a mask all year.
That's it.
That's all they know.
That's all they know.
Right?
That's all they know. That's
So?
all they're gonna know.
So I justify that kid. She should be saying that.
That you're a bad person because you're not wearing a mask.
Right. That's what she's been taught.
What it is. You're a bad person if you're not wearing a mask. Now that guy should have said, honey, not everyone wants to wear a mask. It's their choice to wear a mask. Some people
Right.
don't like to wear a mask, but instead he says, just don't look at her. Just don't look at her.
Yeah, just don't look at her.
I don't even know what that means. Just don't look at her. But yeah, so that's where we are. Hey, we appreciate our sponsors.
Sure do.
Fantuzzo's Acupuncture.
Do we
We
still have
appreciate
any?
them. We have we also have Express Sealers, which is a brand new Express Sealers.
Thanks,
They
Brian.
are thanks to them. We also Taylor Plumbing and Heating.
Yeah, I
Call
gotta call
Taylor
them.
500 Help.
What was his name?
What was whose name?
The guy's
Jerry?
Jerry's guy. I got to call him.
You got it. Well, yeah, call 500 Help.
Yeah.
They're more than happy. And Precision Lawn and Garden, they are in Webster. So let me ask you this. How much did you pay? Have you bought gas in the last 2 days?
Oh, jeez.
I know.
It was like $3.10 a gallon or something ridiculous.
Have you guys paid for gas in the last 3 days?
Sure.
You haven't?
Yes.
Okay. You're
I
not
bought
being
gas
very helpful.
yesterday.
You know how this
$2.79.
podcast things work, son.
$2.79.
I'll get $2.79. You have to actually talk.
That's all I recall.
You did not
$2.79.
pay. You didn't get gas this weekend anywhere for $2.79.
Probably not. No.
No. Okay. I paid $2.99 Saturday. $2.99, and they're saying like the major pipeline of gas was just taken down by a cyber attack from those freaking Russians on the dark webs. I'm not kidding.
Do you know what a buddy of mine told me once?
It happened to Colonial Pipeline, got hit with a ransomware attack.
I used to be the guy that would drive around and look for the cheapest price everywhere, right? And then now
You
I
used to be
just
that guy.
now I just go to Speedway. No matter what, I just go to Speedway because I'm the loyalty Speedway guy.
Oh, yeah.
But
So I paid $2.99 at Speedway
well, hang on a second.
over the weekend.
All right. So a friend of mine, we were at a hockey tournament and he was filling up his car. And he goes, I don't know why you drive around to all these gas stations. And I go, yeah, you want the cheapest price. He goes, you're getting 20 gallons. He goes, if it's 5 cents a gallon different, that's $1.
Yeah.
He's like, it's $1. He
Yeah.
says, you're driving around for $1.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I never really thought it that way.
Yeah, it's only good if you're buying thousands
Well,
of gallons.
Right. It's $1.
So I don't know. Do you believe this whole ransomware with the Colonial Pipeline, with the attack that, shut down? I mean, it put down the pipeline that provides most of the East Coast with gasoline.
Didn't I
Right?
see that movie? Wasn't Bruce Willis in it?
So the hackers stole 100
Yippee-ki-yay.
100 gigabytes of
There was the
data.
one with the airplane and what was that movie? Never mind.
No,
Die
So-
Hard 2.
they stole 100 gigabytes of data from Colonial's computer systems, then locked up its computers and demanded payment. They're called the Dark Side, these hackers from Russia. And I
thought that was a movie with Sandra
The
Bullock.
Dark- I thought it was an album by Pink Floyd. I mean, isn't the dark side of that's it, education.
Education.
So it's like they say it's like shutting down I-95 and you have to take Route 1 all the way from Florida to Maine. If you want to put that into perspective for a second.
Sounds like
my
a trip my
God.
brother would make in his
Right?
camper.
So the pipeline is the main source of diesel, gasoline, and jet fuel for the entire East Coast. It hauls more than 100 million gallons of fuel a day from Gulf Coast refineries to major hubs up the coast, but they've only been able to get a couple of things working. This is a major situation if cyber attackers can
Yeah.
shut down major gas pipelines like this. I think this is a little test.
They've been saying for years that the infrastructure, the energy infrastructure
Right?
is so far behind in security.
Right, Fitz? I mean, it's
terrible.
It is terrible, right? So the question is, if they don't get this fixed, is gasoline going to be last year's toilet paper? Right.
Ouch.
How
Maybe.
crazy will that make
Well,
Americans?
wasn't it like $4.25 a gallon here when Bush was president? There?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got my driver's license, it was $4 a gallon.
Brother Austin,
Okay,
you want to know what it
Austin.
was when I got my driver's license?
It was free.
It was 89 cents.
Oh,
They ran on Apple.
I remember it when.
They ran on
Grandpa,
apple cider.
I
back then.
remember way back when. Yeah, but okay. So my question is, I think it's just another reason to jack up the gas prices, because as soon as Biden took office, the prices started going up. Right
It's
now,
the dirty I word.
and by the way, there's did you know there's a shortage of those chlorine tablets for your pools, the little hockey pucks? Do you have a pool?
I just have the hot tub,
Oh, you have the hot tub.
but I got to switch it. I got to switch it from the hot tub setting because Lori just wants it to be a pool.
Oh, you have a redneck pool.
Yeah,
Is your-
redneck pool. Well, she likes to lay out in the sun. And
Yeah.
then, she'll just dip in the hot tub as a pool.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be a cold tub.
Diane says, "Is the show frozen? I can't see them or hear them. I don't know. I think we're fine. We're
Uh-oh.
fine, right?
Damn it.
We're fine. I don't know. I think we're fine. But yeah. So
Yeah. We're fine.
we're
It's all
not
good.
only are we dealing with this pipeline ransomware attack, which is big money for these hackers in Russia, and you can't tell me that the Russian government isn't behind these guys, or can't find them, or can't track them down, or can't
Where's
arrest
Hunter?
them.
Isn't he behind that?
The Ukrainians,
The Ukrainian
the
gas-
Moscow mayor, yeah, all that kind of
The
stuff, right?
Ukrainian gas company.
Exactly. So now
See,
we,
once they took Giuliani down, now it's open.
how are Uber drivers going to drive if gas is $4 a gallon? I mean, honestly, there's a whole segment of society now that drives for Lyft and Uber.
they want
so-
everybody to buy an electric car.
You can't make money if you're an Uber or Lyft driver if you're paying $4 a gallon for gas, which
and if gas goes up to $5 a gallon, which is what their plan is,
how are you
then-
Ubering?
No, everybody is just going to buy electric cars, and it'll put the gas cars out of the market.
Can I ask?
supply and
can I
demand?
ask a
That's
question?
how economies work.
I don't know how it works when you run out of juice if you're in a traffic jam.
That they make better batteries. That's how.
So if you're in the north, does the cold sap the batteries?
Probably, yeah.
How well is an electric car going to work in Rochester on a
You're-
0 degree day?
You're going to be driving an electric car before you
I don't
die.
know. I see a lot of Teslas around here, so they apparently are working pretty well.
I
Are
guarantee you-
Teslas all electric?
I guarantee it. You will be driving an electric car before you die.
And we're back to Dogecoin, right?
Right.
I'm not buying an electric car.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
Because they're
not.
not going to sell anything else.
I'm not buying an electric car. You're listening to Kimberly's Revolution. It is Kimberly's Revolution, brought to you by Rockbox Recording. Not only are we looking at a shortage of gasoline, but we're also looking at a shortage of those little hockey pucks for the
The
chlorine,
chlorine tablets.
because there was a fire at the Texas plant last fall. And now I have friends that have been to all these different pool places, and they can't find the hockey pucks for their pool.
Can't they just go to the local men's room and pick them out of the urinals?
I was going to say, are they the same as the urinal cakes?
Ew,
No.
that's disgusting.
I mean, I would never pick one up to throw it in
Where-
my pool, but
Where
that's a
do
good
they
idea.
have urinal
Well,
cakes?
don't they pee in the pool? Isn't that the same thing?
So we're looking at the I don't
In Pittsburgh, they're urinal scones, I believe.
Right.
my mom's electric Subaru shuts down.
That's because it's a Subaru.
what happens if you're out on the highway and that happens?
I don't
I mean,
know.
can you switch over to gasoline? I mean, this is,
On those hybrid cars, you can.
are Teslas gasoline at all, or are they all
I
electric?
think they're all electric.
Are they?
Yeah.
I
I don't
had
know.
to see what
They're way so far out of my price range. I don't even investigate.
I need to know more about
You
Elon
can buy
Musk.
one in Dogecoin, Fitz.
I'm sure I bet you can buy a car in Bitcoin, right?
You can buy a Tesla in Bitcoin.
Can you?
You need a shit ton of it, but yeah, you can.
And he's got an accent. I had to look up where Elon Musk is from. I had no idea he was from
Sweden, or-
South Africa.
Oh, South Africa?
Yeah,
Oh.
Pretoria, South Africa. The things you learn when your husband spends thousands on Bitcoin and doesn't tell you. Then you start looking into things going, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, his mother did you, like I said, I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in forever, and I watched it because of
His
him.
mother was on.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And I thought it was funny when she said that.
And
she
he
goes,
says-
what are you going to get me for Mother's Day? Dogecoin?
Dogecoin. and he says he has Asperger's.
Right.
Did we know that?
Yes.
Did
I
you
think
know?
most people know that.
I
believe
did-
it.
Aren't
What?
most of the
I believe
geniuses
it.
in the world, that's why he's a genius.
Well, I'm clearly not a genius, so
Yeah. You don't have Asperger's.
I
My son has something like Asperger's, and he's not a genius.
no.
No.
I have a lot of ass, but not the burger.
That's from eating
You
all
know,
the
hell,
burgers.
I know. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. All right, that's gonna do it for the first segment of Kimberly's Revolution, the Daily Show.
So we're coming back in 10 minutes for another segment.
No, so
No?
we're gonna do this. Here's what we're doing. We're doing it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're gonna see how that goes. See how it transpires. See if you guys like it. See what you guys. I mean, you can give us your feedback, right? We appreciate feedback from the people listening and watching.
Okay.
We're on YouTube Live. You can also, I mean, if you want to listen to us later, you can listen to us without the video on Apple Podcasts. I think I told the story where a guy, and he was in his 60s. He said, I listen to you on Apple Podcasts, but I can't see the video. And I'm like, because it's all
Right.
audio.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
guess
had
the
to
bottom
I had to
line here-
explain that.
Wait till he hears the episode about Dogecoin.
He's gonna blow his mind. He's gonna, what the hell is
The bottom
Dogecoin?
line here is did we learn anything today?
I don't know. Did we?
I'm not woke.
No, you're not woke because
Apparently-
But you
I-
are an Uncle Tom.
we're not
I am
woken.
an Uncle Tom.
We're not woken
That's
up,
2.
right?
3,
Yeah.
I bought 15,000 coins of something that apparently is a joke.
So it's a hustle.
That's a hustle, right?
But life is a hustle. Everything is a hustle. Real estate is a hustle. Podcasting is a hustle. What's not a hustle? So I know that people kind of freaked out when Elon Musk said that. And I'm like, why are they freaking out? Everything you do is a hustle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Selling houses,
Buy low, sell high.
buying groceries. And by the way, groceries are freaking sky high too. I
Yes.
mean, aren't they?
You can get like $100 in one of those Wegmans bags now.
So, so how much do you have in Dogecoin then? How much is it worth that you have?
Well, it was worth about 10,000 and now it's probably 7,000.
Dogecoin is down to 46 cents.
Ooh.
That's not good.
That isn't good. You think it's going to keep going down?
It's on its way.
Oh no!
It's called average down. Tell Rich. You
Is-
got to average down. You got to buy more.
Yeah.
That's always
It's called doubling down on stupid.
It's what?
Don't be stupid.
It's called
Don't be
you got to
stupid.
double down on stupid.
Don't be stupid.
Oh, I'm stupid. All right. Veronica says my son has Asperger's and he has an engineering degree. There you go.
Yep.
Yep.
Of course, right? I mean, I don't know anyone with Asperger's, so
I'm just Tom.
I know you're just Tom, and we are not woke enough.
No.
And that is going to do it for today's edition of Kimberly's Revolution. It's a daily one. We're gonna be back here tomorrow at 2,
We are?
and and then Wednesday we're
What
gonna
if
do.
it's nice out and I want to go golfing?
Wednesday, this was your idea to build this studio, so here we are.
Well, I didn't think it would cut
Here-
into my golfing time.
Life's hard,
You
dude.
can't really drink at 2 o'clock. What the hell you do?
I was drinking at 2 o'clock. I was drinking champagne yesterday.
Mimosas? Or just straight
Well,
out of the bottle?
I started drinking mimosas, and then it just I just got rid of the juice and just went straight for the
Okay.
straight for the
So
gin.
there's nothing else in the stack there. We're done.
That is good. That is good for today, right?
Hey, we got to do better prep here,
Austin and Fitz, we appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
I'm
I know
gonna have to start doing some work here.
too.
it might be helpful.
Do I have to put some time into this?
Then you're out, right?
Nobody ever said I actually had to try.
I know. Well, we're gonna have
my golf partner said that to me once a couple years ago. He said, "You know something?" He goes, "Do you really want to try?" I go,
yeah.
"Well, I don't
Not
know."
really. Really don't want to try.
No.
We'll have guests. We'll have different things going on. We'll take your suggestions.
My suggestions?
It's an ever evolving process, right? It's ever evolving. We don't stand still. We just move forward and we keep getting better. And that's what we're doing, right?
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
Well,
that's
we didn't talk over Chad today, so that was a bonus.
Janice says, great show. Thank you, Janice. Good to
Stop
hear from you.
lying.
Michael says, I appreciate you guys for what you're doing. Well, we appreciate you guys for watching and listening. We appreciate you a lot. So, and we also appreciate our, advertisers, all of the guys who have stuck with us through this whole thing. They have been instrumental in us doing this show. So
Yes.
we appreciate it.
Call
All right.
500 help.
So back tomorrow, whether you like it or not. 500
Okay,
help, of
I'll
course.
be here.
Fantuzzo's, 500 help, Precision Lawn and Garden, Taylor Heating and Plumbing.
I'll come up with one topic of suggestion tomorrow. That's all I can do.
Seriously, don't hurt yourself.
That's it.
All right.
You get one topic of suggestion.
What do you always say?
God bless. Be kind to others.
Rejuvenate, restore,
Happy Mother's Day.
refresh, and heal. At Fantuzzo Acupuncture, we seek to help achieve effective health and wellness in an elegant spa-like atmosphere. Fantuzzo Acupuncture specializes in traditional acupuncture, cosmetic anti-aging acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, CBD topical creams, and more. Approach healthcare holistically. Visit FantuzzoAcupuncture.com to book online today. FantuzzoAcupuncture.com.
From attic to basement, we're here for you. It's quality service in all we do. Call